Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Today's second video, we are going to be predicting the Big Ten games like we normally do here throughout the week. We predict every conference games in the Power 4, so that is what we're doing in today's second video. However, if you guys are new to the channel, you already know what to do. Leave a like, subscribe, turn that bell on, as we do our best to post on this channel every single day. We're going to talk UCLA, Washington, obviously Purdue and Penn State as well. And, of course, Oregon and Wisconsin to close us out on the evening. That is what we're doing in today's video. Let's go ahead and jump in to these week number 12, or number 13, 12, excuse me, predictions. So, kicking us off, a really solid matchup here on Friday night. A very evenly matched game, if you're asking me. UCLA going into Washington. Me personally, I've got Washington in this game because Will Rogers is a very experienced quarterback. UCLA, I know they're coming off of a win. However, Washington is coming off of a huge beatdown. I'm interested to see how Will Rogers is going to bounce back from that Penn State loss. It's at home for Washington. UCLA, again, has been on a streak right now. UCLA's running back, wide receiver, they're all really solid skill players. This game's definitely going to be close. It's going to be a shootout game, if you're asking me. A highly offensive game. And Washington is going to get the win here at home against UCLA to kick us off on Friday Night Football. Alright, moving on to Ohio State going into Northwestern. Guys, Ohio State's going to win this gun. Keshawn Junkins is a really good running back. Will Howard is obviously a very good quarterback. Jeremiah Smith, one of the best wide receivers in the game. You're asking me, Ohio State wins this game, and it ain't even close. So playing at Northwestern, which could be a little bit tricky, but I don't think it's going to be a problem at all for this Ohio State team. So, give me the Ohio State Buckeyes here. If they can blow out Purdue, then they can definitely blow out this Northwestern team, and they will on the road at Northwestern. Next, you have a weird start time here in the Big Ten. That is Michigan State going into Illinois. I don't know what to make of this game, really. I guess I'm going to go with Illinois here. However, I'm not going to be shocked if Michigan State wins this game. Michigan State running back seems to be really solid production throughout the entire year. It's about 500 rush yards on the season. So he can definitely get you some plays here and there when you need it. Obviously, they're 2-4 in Big Ten Conference play right now. Illinois is 3-3, so not much of a difference there. They're pretty even matched teams. However, it's just at home for Illinois. Illinois got the better quarterback in this matchup, if you're asking me, and they should pretty easily get the job done against Michigan State. Next, the 2:30 game on CBS is Penn State going into Purdue. 2:30 CBS, Drew Allar. I think the boys in Penn State are going to get the job done, if you're asking me. Purdue, coming off a blowout loss to Ohio State this weekend. I'm interested to see if they're going to counter that one at all. It's been a very tough season for Purdue. They're 1-6 right now, 0-6 in Big Ten Conference play. Shoot, I think Auburn can beat Purdue, if you're asking me. However, when it comes down to it, Allar is a really solid player for Penn State. The quarterback for Penn State, the running back, Allen, for Penn State as well. And then, of course, you have Warren at the tight end position, who's been going bananas here on the offensive side of the ball recently as well. So, Penn State, I know they're 5-1. They haven't lost to Ohio State, but they're going to be 10-1 by the time this game gets over, and they will get the job done on the road at Purdue. The Spoilermakers will not happen this weekend. We're going to save the game of the week in the Big Ten, if you're asking me, which is Nebraska-USC for last. We're going to talk about that game, preview that game at the end, so stay tuned if you're interested, or if you're a Nebraska and USC fan there. However, we're talking Rutgers going into Maryland. Rutgers is 5-4 right now. Maryland's 4-5 on the year. So, Maryland looking to get a win here, if you're asking me. Maryland's quarterback, really solid, 2,500 yards on the season, 14 total touchdowns, and 6 interceptions thrown is his stat line throughout the year here on ESPN. Obviously, the running back for Rutgers is going to be a huge problem for Maryland. I'm interested to see how Maryland's defensive line is going to be able to hold up against a really solid running back who has almost 1,000 yards on the season. So he can definitely make some plays here. I think that he does. I think it's going to be a very close game. And I'm actually going to go with Rutgers here to win this game on the road in Maryland. I don't know what it is. I just got that feeling. Also, they're the better team, looking to become bowl eligible as well. So Rutgers will, in fact, get the job done on the road at Maryland in this matchup in the Big Ten. In the nightcap game of the week here for the Big Ten, it is Oregon going into Wisconsin. If Wisconsin had Tyler Van Dyke, who obviously we hope he heals well and kind of progresses and gets back to fully healthy for that Wisconsin team. However, if they had him, I think this would be a little bit of a closer game, especially it's at Camp Randall at night, which I think is going to be a little bit of an issue for Oregon. However, again, Oregon's 10-0, 7-0 right now, and I think they're going to win this game pretty convincingly. They're one of the better teams in the nation for a reason. Dylan Gabriel's really good. James and Tyler Johnson, the wide receiver for Oregon, is really, really solid as well. So, give me the Ducks here on the road, and they will win pretty convincingly in Camp Randall. And how can we forget the game of the week in the Big Ten in my eyes? That is Nebraska going into USC. This game has Nebraska written all over it, if you're asking me. I think Dylan Raiola is going to be playing this game. Matt Rhule has announced that, the head coach for Nebraska, which I hate. However, he's announced that Matt Rhule is going to play. I don't think Miller Moss is going to be starting. I think USC is making a quarterback change in this matchup. The Nebraska D-line is pretty good. They're looking to be bowl eligible, and I think Nebraska is going to get bowl eligible here. Obviously, if this was a night game at USC at the Coliseum, it would be a little bit of a different story if you're asking me. However, I think Nebraska's got this one in the bag. I think Dylan Raiola can pretty single-handedly beat the USC Trojans here on the road. I think he does, and Nebraska gets the win here on the road at USC at the Coliseum. Anyway, that is going to be all for today's second video. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments down below. Do not forget to like this video, subscribe, turn that bell on as we do our best to post on this channel every single day. With that being said, enjoy some NBA, NFL. I believe there's some basketball on a little bit as well. And, yeah, enjoy some sports tonight. It is Thursday night, so, of course, tomorrow we will be at a high school playoff football game. That is going to be Pike Road, who is undefeated, going into St. Paul's, who has about 2 losses on the season as well. Going to be a fun one. Round 2 of the AHSAA playoffs. I will be, obviously, editing all of that stuff for highlight reels and stuff on the Sports Media Instagram page, so go follow that. If you have not already, I'll leave a link in the description as well. Go follow that. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.